Hi guys, good morning. This is Ch4. It's 9:30, 31 minutes past 9 actually, Friday, the 14th of September. And I've just triggered a short entry on the GBP against the Australian dollar. We were seeing plenty of setups, as I was telling the guys on my mailing list this morning. There were plenty of setups on the GBP crosses because we've been seeing sterling pound weakness across the board, and I was telling them about a few setups. The trade that I am involved with is the GBP against the Australian dollar, but there were also very nice looking setups on the GBP against the New Zealand dollar. Okay, and also the GBP against the Canadian dollar. All right. The reason as of why we are seeing weakness across the board on the sterling pound from a technical point of view, okay, it's because let me pull out the sterling pound, the cable sterling pound against the American dollar. All right, and zoom it out a little bit, and you will see that basically, that uptrend marked in blue in my charts, okay, just got broken in the overnight session. You know, when a trend line is broken, there are two events that take place at the same time. First of all, stop loss running. Okay, there are plenty of people who enter here, and they trail their stop loss behind the trend line. Okay, and as they do that, and the trend line gives way, those stop losses are being run, okay, to the downside, and therefore price accelerates in the direction of the actual breakouts. Okay. And also, all those people who were looking to enter short in the sterling pound, okay, wanted to enter short in this market. Once they see the breakout of the trend line, they have green lights to trigger the short entry. So, of course, the process of acceleration, the downward acceleration price is twofold. Okay, one for the because of the all the stop losses being run for the people who've been long in these markets. Okay, the trend line gives way and their stop losses are being run to the downside. And second, because of the people who actually wanted to be short in this market, and their short signal comes, becomes valid once this uptrend is breached right there. Okay. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say here is that we have plenty of short opportunities across the board on the for a short entry on the GBP, meaning on the sterling pound. Okay, the one I've personally taken is the GBP against the Australian dollar. As we can see, we have a clear downtrend. This is now the GBP against Australian dollar 1 hour time frame. Okay, we can clearly see that downtrend with beautiful moving average formation. All right, beautiful moving average formation. And also, if we zoom into the 4 hours time frame, if we zoom out a little bit, we have this level that I was commenting on about yesterday, this former level of support, broken and retested from below, and from there we've basically resumed the cable has resumed its move to the downside. Okay, breakout, pullback, continuation in a much larger scale, since this is a 4 hour time frame. Finally, on the hourly time frame, what we were seeing, it was a clear level of support. Okay, a clear level to keep an eye on, which was the 240.00 with a double bottom right there. Okay, that's the level in the direction of a downtrend. That's the level I was actually looking to break. Okay, in order to search for my short entries. That happened. Okay, we had the let's zoom now into the 15-minute charts, and that breakout did happen, as we can clearly see. Okay, breakout, pullback, continuation, and we just peeped a new low for the day right there. Okay, right, let me mark that on my chart right there. That is what I triggered my short entry. Seems like we are going through some minor retracement back now, but nonetheless I'm still confident on this on this on this trade. Nonetheless, today is a Friday, and as you know, Fridays are keen on seeing some serious profit takings, especially beyond the noon time, noon time in London. And that's why I wouldn't like to hold this trade for too long. Right, stop loss being placed above the 240.00 level right there. Okay, seeking for a little bit of extra protection from this low here, former support perhaps now working as resistance, and of course the round number as well. And I'm shooting for the next whoops, sorry about that. I'm shooting for the next round number at 0.3900, perhaps a couple of pips above. Okay, alright guys, whatever happens I will keep you updated. And well, this is gonna be my last trade for the day and for the week, so let's hope we make some pips today. Alright, okay, bye bye. Hi guys, this is Hector. It's 40 minutes past 10 AM London time. I've been stopped out on this trade that I was seeing on the GBP against Australian dollar based on this double bottom formation at minus 51 pip. Well, quite a shame. It seems like I mistimed my entry. If you remember, I tried the breakout of this double bottom with a breakout pullback continuation of the shorter time frames, but I've been stopped out. Like I say, I still believe this is a valid entry. So I mean, it's a valid setup. Okay, we have a clear downtrend. However, price has retraced beyond my beyond my stop loss level, of course, and well, I have had to get out of the trade because, well, I don't want to eat up any further potential drawdown on this trade. Nonetheless, I still believe, like I say, this is a valid setup, and I will be searching for more entries on this currency pair. We have so far a retracement trend line there. You see, it's actually a retracement channel. Okay, but well, my stop loss, it was placed up there, and well, it's been knocked out. Nonetheless, if I see price going back into below the 240 level, I will re-enter in this trade. Like I say, I still believe this is a valid setup. All right, it's just that I probably entered at the wrong time. I probably mistimed my entry. So if I see another entry, I will definitely get on board as long as the signal comes before the noon hour in London time. If that doesn't happen, I will just have to to eat up the loss and nothing, move on to merrier business. All right, okay guys, I'll keep you updated. Bye bye. Hey guys, this is Hector again. As I was telling you before, I still like this setup on the GBP against Australian dollar, and I've decided to rejoin the short possibility here. I've re-entered this trade up on the breakout of this retracement trend line. Seems like, remember, this is the first trade. Oops, sorry about that. This is the first trade I took. The breakout of this level, I entered at the bottom of the breakout thrust. The retracement knocked me out of the trade, but as I was saying, I still consider the setup valid. So now I've triggered a new entry up on the breakout of this retracement trend line with the typical. Let me zoom in a little bit. for a clear view right there, with the typical breakout pullback continuation below the retracement trend line, below the round number, etc, etc. So new entry price short for me is 239.95, and well, effectively in this trade again. Okay, let's see if we can cover up the loss from the I can cover up the loss from the last trade. I'll keep you updated. Bye bye. Hi guys, this is Sector. It's 15 minutes past 1 p.m. London time. I've just closed my second trade for today on the GBP Australian dollar at plus 56 pips. At 239.32. Well, it's been a difficult day. Quite frankly, I had to endure quite a big loss. Actually, it was, if you remember, minus 51 pip on the first trade. I entered around there, and price retraced to my stop loss levels, knocking me out of the trade. But as I was commenting previously, I still thought this was a very valid setup. Okay, we have a look at the hourly chart. There was no reason to believe that this trade was still not valid. Okay, the dynamic area of resistance hadn't been violated. Those moving averages were still nicely pointing down. Okay, those levels of support and resistance were still holding. This level, the 240.00 level, was still holding. It's just that the retracement well, overshot a little bit, about 20 pips more than it should have, knocking me out of the trade. And well, what can I say? This kind of thing happens. The markets are not perfect. Okay, you cannot expect the levels of support and resistance to hold right to the pip. Nonetheless, as price began moving down, okay, we still I considered that, like I was saying, this was still a valid setup. It was just a matter of finding another entry level to re-enter, to reload position on this currency pair, and that's what I did. It's important, guys, even if you score a loss such as I have myself today, to not lose faith on yourself. Okay, to not lose faith on your skills as a trader, or even on the system in itself. All right, if you score a loss and the setup is still there, the trend is still there, just get out of the trade, okay, at a loss. Okay, let your stop loss being hit, reassess the situation calmly, perhaps stand up from the trading desk, go have a coffee, sit out at the terrace for a few minutes, smoke a cigarette if you smoke, let it cool down a little bit, and try, like I said, to reassess the situation. Is the and then ask yourself, is this setup still valid? And if it is indeed valid, just simply try to find another valid entry. Just, you know, like I did in this case. Okay, I saw this retracement up, knocking me out of the trade, but then I saw the my typical formation, trend line breakout, okay, with the moving averages on my side. I had the valid technical entry, breakout, pullback, continuation below this double bottom, okay, that I was showing you before in the hourly chart, below the 240.00, very strong from a psychological point of view, level of support and resistance. I had the technicals on my side. Basically, I had everything: the trend, the levels of support and resistance, etc, etc. I even had the breakout, pullback, continuation pattern there. So the only thing that I had against me is the psychological aspect of having scored a minus 51 loss in here. Okay, but if you want to become a professional trader, you've got to overcome, all right, this the fear, all right, and the disappointment of having scored the loss, and to be faithful to yourself, to the system, and professional enough to realize when you've made a mistake, get out of the trade and simply, you know, clean the chart off the lines, search for the next entry. This entry came here, and well, I've made plus 56 pips on this one. So altogether plus 5 pips for today. Not a big thing, but nonetheless, considering the situation, I am more than happy to close out the day in profits. Alright guys, it's Friday. It's time to it's Friday afternoon. It's definitely time for me to close the trading desk for the week, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I'll be seeing you next week. Alright, bye bye.